A great way to get your inner chi going is an ancient practice where, you see people like Mantak Chi, and of course his name is Master Chi, and Master, stuff like that. Well, those things aren't for silly reasons. I mean, those people have those in their name and they're propelled to study them. So everyone with Chi or Chin or Chai or Chi or Li, they're propelled to study ways of light and ways of flow and ways of stuff like that because they're propelled to. It's in their name. So everyone like that is further away from it, like Lu and Li, and we're all propelled to study certain things and wonder about them. And there's really reasons in our names, but people are like, no, it's just everybody does that. Yes, we do, but there's levels to it. So let's just say the reason that I stopped myself so I can get back on track. I wanted to get back on what I was saying. I mean, it's a silly thing, but they do things like warm their hands and hold their testicles, and warm their hands and hold their liver, and warm their hands and hold their chest, and warm their hands and hold their neck. And those aren't silly. I don't mean them in that way. I don't mean it. Let me clarify. I don't mean that those are silly, but they do those kind of things that are like, that you can do better than that, but somehow you do that just so you can do it. Because you're sitting on the windowsill looking out. That's what I mean when I say silly. And it's right there in front of you. But there's something missing. It doesn't mean that you always see it. Sometimes you're at the windowsill and you can't see out. It's reflecting back on you and you're trying really hard to look out. You don't see anything special. You're like, what's out there that I'm missing? And what that thing is when you can sit and actually bring that masculine energy into your mind. Like if you were a female, what you would do, and I know this because I've been a girl, hey, but not in this body, but I have been in other bodies, and just every single one that's there now, and they're beautiful, they're wonderful, every single one of them, big, small, short, fat, skinny, midget, whatever name you want to call it. If we take it derogatory, I love you and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to use the words that we have. So Native American races, different races, all races, Chinese, black, white, green, I love them. I just love them. I love them. Animals, I love them. I don't want to do anything like that with them. Have in other bodies, not this one. Don't want to. So, what I'm saying is that inner chi, you can do practices like, the holy sacred male and female, the marriage of the holy masculine and feminine is inside your body. And how you do that is, as a male, like, don't go crazy and masturbate yourself into belligerent crazy rashes and shit like that. And I would say don't even masturbate. You don't have to. All you do is you picture in picture, because it's harder for men to do this than it is for women. But men, that's why I'm emphasizing. I started with women. I'll start with women because it's easier. With women, picture a man showing you how masculine he can be. And not just that, if that's not the way you like it, then ask you in your mind, seeing a man as visually and as astounding as you can see him physically or even mentally, just any way that you can picture him. And see him like, being the most masculine he's ever been, but in your definition of it, not just like a big brute. If that's it, let it be that. If it's being passionate and caring and caressing you the way you'd love a man to be, he is out there, and you're looking for him in anyone, and you'll find it in anyone over time when you get to know him. You get that, right? You spend time with a man that you don't know for 3 weeks, and you're stuck with each other, and you're like, I see a different thing in him. Of course, because time. Huh? And then you're like, maybe he's nice. If he does this right thing, I'll make a move towards him. And then like that. See, women are more defensive. At least they used to be. They might not be now, but deep down in them, they have this little piece, so they might relate to it mostly. So with the inner chi exercise with women, you don't have to touch yourself. You don't have to do anything like that, but you can use those methods to get you there faster. Do whatever you want. I'm not judging, whatever. But for me to tell you without doing it, all you have to do is picture yourself like seeing the most masculine side of a man and how you want him to touch you and whatever, and even maybe caress your arms and stuff. You're allowed to do that. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself. This is about loving yourself and loving so many other people and everybody the same, because they're another person that's a spirit inside a body. So that means you're in love with your spirit. Your spirit's in love with you. You're the marriage of the two. Spirit is like at that point the holy feminine, and at the body at that point is the holy masculine, because it's the motion of, at the next point down, the non-seeable holy feminine, and the Mother Earth is still the little piece of that we call Mother. So it's like Mother Earth is that deep, sacred, non-seeable, and Mother Earth. But then male is Father Time, movement and progress. And male is also the adapting and the changing of Mother Earth, the progress and forward movement of her. So that's why we say Earth, and that's why we say like Maya and Mom and stuff like that. We don't say Father Earth. Sometimes we do. It matters, Grandfather Oak, stuff like that, because you relate it to a phallus. Of course, we're that kind of people. We just speak the way we can relate messages that make sense, and there's nothing wrong with it. We purify and make it sound better. So we're moving back to Chi. Women, you do that little thing. You picture a man as masculine, as passionate, as kind, as loving, as friendly, as humorous, as lenient, as passive, as however a woman would want to see her guy. That turns you on and gets that thing flowing. Now, pausing right there, going over to men. It actually may not be as difficult. Sometimes it can be difficult to do it without touching yourself. But try to do this without touching yourself is what might make it difficult for some men. But if you have to touch yourself, jiggle your nerds around. I don't want to say nards, but say nerds. We'll say we jiggle your nerds around, okay? Just trying to be loving and passing so everyone can teach their children this and learn how to say it in a nice, calm way so it's not gross. So you just learn how to keep that, and you don't let it go. You don't spend it unless you want to reproduce, unless you want to do something specific, with it. You keep it inside, and that is the fountain of youth. That energy is actually healthy for you, and you can move it back around your body with heat and breathing and movement and flow, and that is inner chi. It's your inner energy. It's your gi, it's your ki, it's your quiche. It's the center thing of stuff. That's what it is inside you. It's that holy masculine feminine thing. So men, picture the nudity if you need to. Picture the whatever. Picture how sexy and naughty and nasty you'd want a girl to be, or picture how sweet and kind you'd want her to be, and how caressing and how friendly and how outgoing and how athletic and how she looks with her ponytail and how she looks in a gown and how she looks in this. And the same with women. I didn't mean to leave out the outfits, but switch your mind through outfits, do that kind of stuff too. But don't spend yourself. Don't get spent on it, Let it feel inside your body. I mean, I can think that right now, and I can picture two lovely people of no face and no bodies specifically, but making love in the air and the wind, and it just turns me on to life. I'm in love with life. I'm in love with spirit. I'm in love with people. I'm in love with from young to old. I don't want to touch them. I don't want to do anything goofy. I love them. I cherish that I'm here, and that I'm really distinguished and established inside a figure that can understand it, that can understand me, that can understand the person who's at least talking, even if it's just that, and he's wrong, which I don't think so, and I know not, but I don't want to betray people and say that there's not the possibility that something didn't happen. There's surely a possibility that this could be a fluke, but I can't see it, and I'm trying to see it. I'm actually not wanting to say I know God's in me. I know that. But I don't want to say that to people too much, although I have. I just don't want to say it too much because I feel bad. Because it's in them and they don't see it. And because they don't see it, it's so unmagical to them. And because I see it, it's magical every moment to me. And if they stay around me, I'll be like, do you see that? Did you watch how you just thought that and it popped out of your head? And sometimes it's things that you didn't just go, well, of course butterflies pop out of nowhere. Well, next thing you know, I'm going to see a spotted caterpillar that I haven't seen in a long time. Well, that just would be normal if it did happen, I guess. Yeah, sure. And then you think, no, that's not going to happen. It can't happen. But if one did, that'd be sort of cool. And then somebody can play a trick on you to make you think it into being. And you can do that to reverse manifest through people. But don't do it harshly. I didn't mean to tell that secret. But don't do it harshly. Just love people. Love people. Think lovely. Think beautiful. Plant seeds. Grow trees. Grow fruit. Share them with people that are mean and disgusting and use pollutants, and learn to show them that you can grow stuff with patience, and you can make the world beautiful again, and you can do that. We have to be patient again, not push button. Let's just switch in directions. So, anyway, till next time, guys. Peace.